Welcome back to our international marketing class. In the last class, we have discussed about various distribution channels in international marketing. And today, our topic is various promotional strategies in international marketing. So, in the international marketing, there are different kinds of promotional strategies are there. So, we are going to describe and discuss about each and every strategy in international marketing. Generally, for any company, it is very important to communicate with the buyers and also with the potential buyers, because the core objective of any company is profitability. That profitability can be achieved by acquiring the customers and by retaining the customers. If you want to retain the customers and also to acquire the customers, the important thing is reaching the product's information, reaching the company's information, and everything to the end user and also to the customer. And it is also very important to communicate to the potential buyers in order to achieve the customer acquisition. A company's ability to inform and persuade consumers with promotional efforts is the basic business activity in every business and in every company. Communication is the basis of promotional activities. Companies attempt to convey product information to potential customers. Promotion involves marketing efforts. The marketing efforts that are including to inform, remind, and persuade the customer to do the expected task. Sometimes maybe brand awareness, sometimes maybe to purchase the product or whatever. The customers should do the expected task. For that, we have to persuade them. If you want to persuade them, we have to inform and remind the information all the time. What are the different kinds of promotional strategies are there? Advertising, personal selling, publicity, sales promotion, and public relations. These are the basic promotional strategies in international marketing. Very first one is advertising. Advertising is any form of paid non-personal sales communication, right? So advertising is a paid form. It is non-personal communication for sales. Advertising is also called mass selling, since many people are addressed at one time, right? Because we are reaching to many people at the same time. That is why we are calling it as mass communication, right? And this next one is personal selling. In contrast to the advertising, it is also the non-personal communication, but we are aiming at mass selling, right? So what we are doing here is, in the personal selling, we are directly communicating with the customers or consumers. So there is a direct communication between the seller and the potential buyer. This may happen in face-to-face communication, or sometimes maybe by telephone, or sometimes by email, and sometimes maybe in some other forms, like nowadays we can see WhatsApp selling also, right? Like Meesho, and there are number of applications are providing such personal selling by various forms. So that is, personal selling is one promotional strategy which can be used in international marketing. And publicity. This publicity is basically which benefits the organization, but not intentionally. Any favorable news about the company may actually benefit the company, that we are calling it as publicity. Right? Sometimes in the media there will be like a very good news about a company, like for example Tata is donating a huge amount to fight against corona. So nowadays everywhere we can see like the Tata company is such a very good company, such a best company, which donated about 500 crores, and even they are ready to donate more amount if required. So that is why, that is the publicity which we are seeing in the news channels also, and we are also seeing in various WhatsApp medias, and whatever this is called as publicity is one of the promotional strategies. And another one is sales promotion. This element of promotion includes a variety of activities, but not personal selling, not the publicity, not the advertising. We are doing something else to increase our sales. That is called as sales promotion. Sales promotion comprises of all of the promotional activities other than advertising, other than personal selling, other than publicity. Sales promotion include like for example, examples of sales promotion can be coupons, contests. Sometimes the company may provide free samples. Sometimes the company may offer in-store displays. So all of these are the examples of sales promotion. And the last one is public relations. The public relations is involving a variety of programs designed to maintain or enhance the company's image and the products and the services it offers, right? So what we are doing here is the company is doing a variety of programs for what? To maintain the company's image, or to enhance the company's image, or to enhance the products, or to enhance the services which we are offering to the customers. Successful implementation of any effective public relations strategy can be a critical component for marketing plan. Right? Not only formulating will not be successful for the organization. Only formulation. Only if we formulate the various programs for public relations is not enough to get the success. But it is also important to implement the things that what we have planned, right? So let us discuss all these promotional strategies a little bit more depth. First, we are going to discuss about advertising. Actually, we have discussed a lot about advertising in advertising and sales management, right? Advertising, concepts of advertising, evolution of advertising, advertising budgeting, media selection, and also we have discussed about advertising effectiveness. How can we measure the effectiveness of advertising, and everything we have discussed in advertising and sales management, right? So again, let us come through the topic of advertising once. So when we come to the planning process of advertising, the first step is to define the objective. First, decide what is the objective that we are actually advertising for, right? So sometimes maybe we can define it in terms of geographical area. We can define it in demographical characteristics, like to what age group we are focusing on, maybe to what area we are focusing on, the objective, right? Depending on that, we have to decide all these things. Like sometimes customer needs, buying habits, and media usage. For example, young male consumers in Brazil will require different advertising message than older female shoppers in France. So the people, especially the male consumers in Brazil, right, they are preferring which is different from the female shoppers who are actually preferring in France. So especially when we are dealing internationally, definitely there will be a lot of differences between the same age groups. Also, when we change the geographical space, sometimes the taste and preferences will be different, and sometimes when the demographics change also, the preferences will be different. So we have to decide the objective first, and we have to study also the market. We have to study the market, so that we will come to an end, like we will come to a decision what will be our objective. For that, we have to study entire market, then only we can come to a conclusion like what will be our objective and what for what actually we are going to work. And then the second step is create advertising message. After creating the objective, after defining the objective, we have to create the message, actually what we are going to deliver in the advertising. The advertising message should accomplish any one of the following goals, right? Like we have discussed just now about what are the different objectives that we have to frame. So the objectives can be any of these, right? Get the customer's attention, sometimes the objective. So, and some other times it is increase interest in the goods or services. Some other times it is to improve a company's image in the minds of consumer, or maybe to boost up the potential of consumers' desire, especially to buy, or sometimes it may be to motivate customers into action, that is for persuasion, right? Whatever the objective, according to this objective, we have to create the content, right? We have to create the advertising according to this objective. But it is also important to select the media in which we are going to deliver our advertisements. We have discussed a lot, I hope you all remember that, about media, like what are the different types of media are available, what are the advantages and disadvantages of each media, everything we have discussed, and what is the impact of media, how important is this, everything we have discussed. And the third step is to select the media. Marketers must decide what media to use to deliver the advertising message. Each and every media can be targeted to a particular group of audience. So depending on the target audience, we have to determine the media, like a newspaper or television, whatever the media, we have to actually determine this media depending on the target audience. The availability of advertising media varies considerably among the nations of the world, especially, right? Because it is international marketing, availability of media will not be similar in all the countries. In various countries, we can see a wide expansion and wide availability of media, whereas in some other countries like Turkey, the media is not that much available to reach the customers. So whatever the media is available there, we have to create our message according to that media, and we have to deliver it in the appropriate media also. Fourth one is execution, and fifth one is evaluation, right? Execution is very important. Whatever we planned according to that budget, actually in the prior steps, we have to decide the budget also, how much we are going to actually spend for this advertisement. We have discussed about this a lot also, what are the various types of budgeting for advertising also, right? Maybe affordable method, maybe competitive parity method, maybe percentage on sales method, like that. We have discussed a lot of different advertising budgeting methods also. So we have to create that advertising budget. We have to plan that before execution, and then we are executing it. Once the advertising is planned, it must be executed. The advertising plan should include a schedule for the ideal launch time of the campaign. The advertising effort would not be as effective if launched halfway through the selling season. For example, if it is summer season, what are to be advertised? Maybe the beverages like cool drinks, right? But because of this corona nowadays, we cannot see these advertisements of cool drinks. We can say like they are losing a lot of profits or money, and they are not even spending this money for advertising also, because advertising is not going to work out, because other people are suggested to drink heat water and heat items, but not to drink cold drinks. So that is why the cool drinks actually they cannot sell now. That is why they are not even advertising also. And nowadays, what are the things that we can see a lot of advertisements is soaps, Lysol, like uh, various detergent soaps and various washing items, nowadays we can see, and various medicines also sometimes we are seeing this advertisements. So like that we have to plan and execute it in the right time, right? Execution in the wrong time will not be worked out also. That is why we have to implement it, we have to execute it at the right time, in the right way, at the right place. Okay, execution is not enough also, and we have to evaluate also, right? After delivering this, and while delivering it, what we have to do is periodically we have to measure, we have to evaluate how effective our advertisement is. What we can do for that? We can do surveys, right? About if our objective is like brand awareness, we can check by surveys like how much brand awareness we got, and recently after delivering this advertising, and how this advertising is effective means how do they recall, or how do they remember our advertising. We can check all these things. We can just ask them to remind, recall our advertisement. If they can, we can say like, okay, our advertisement is effective. Such kind of surveys generally usually we can do for this evaluation of effectiveness of advertising. Second, promotional strategy, public relations. Public relations, as we discussed, is a strategy, right? This strategy may play a key role in an organization's promotional strategies. Among all, this public relations is going to be a very important key. It's going to be a very important tool. A planned approach to leveraging public relations opportunities can be just as important as advertising and sales promotion. All the time we have to be in touch with the customers. We have to be like all the time we are with you. We have to provide such a sense to the consumers. That is why we have to offer them some websites, right, to communicate with us, and we may send periodical messages to actually send a message like we are all the time with you for supporting, right? So it is powerful, and once things are in motion, it is the most cost effective for all promotional activities. In some cases it is free also. Sometimes if sending messages, for example Airtel is sending messages by their own service, yeah? But sending periodical messages will definitely help us. Like they are, what they are doing is before expiring this validity, before 2 days or 3 days, they are sending messages. They are reminding us like your service is going to expire by tomorrow, so you can recharge with various plans, especially customer based discounts. If any discounts are available also, they are sending the message. So they are actually maintaining the public relations. What are the benefits with this public relations? The benefits are, it helps manage reputation. So reputation cannot be fallen down. So all the time we have to maintain the goodwill for the organization. So we can achieve it with public relations. And to promote brand values and to strengthen the community relations, it is useful. And sometimes the public relations are opportunistic. That means we have to use this as an opportunity. For example, sponsoring an event will be definitely an advantage for the organization. So that for example if any TV show is sponsored by the organization, definitely will go into the public. It is an opportunity, and this public relations enhance the online presence. For example, KOEL was the company which was leading, and it had some problems which we have discussed in CRM applications in another subject. Okay, however, but how did they use and how did they get success is important. So because they made the customers to enable this online presence, so the customers felt comfortable to register online and to check the status online and everything. So because of this public relation, it is enabling or enhancing the online presence of the customers and also even online presence of the company. How the companies can maintain this public relations? How can the companies, as we have discussed, I have given just an example like sponsoring of events is one example that how the companies can maintain these public relations, and by contributing the prizes at different events, maybe in some colleges, maybe in some by the government organizations. If any events are actually going on, we can contribute for that, right? And we can maintain the relationships with the public or especially with the potential buyers. And by some press releases, all the time we have to release some news in the press. We have done so and so, right? One new product is launched, whatever, we have to actually release some news in the press. All the time we have to appear in the press, so the people will all the time remember. And announcement of promotional campaign, whatever the promotional campaigns we are doing, we have to announce it, right? We have to promote the promotional campaign, that is the thing. And by lobbying, sometimes it may also work out, so that we make actually commit with the government. We may combine with the government and do some promotional things to be in actually communication with the customers, right? So these are the different ways that a company can maintain public relations. So this is the second promotional strategy. The next one is sales promotion. Sales promotion, what is it? It is not personal selling, it is not public relations, it is not, what is the first one? It is not advertising. So the sales promotion means any steps that are taken for the purpose of obtaining or increasing sales, immediate sales. Actually it is to increase the immediate sales. At present I want to increase the sales. What I have to do? I have to go with the sales promotional activities, right? So because the advertisement may not give the results at the same time, right? But the sales promotion, we are actually trying to get the result at the same time. Often this term refers to specially to selling efforts that are designed to supplement personal selling and advertising by coordination, help them to become more effective. This sales promotion is making advertising and personal selling more effective, right? So it is one advantage, it is one more add-on to with that advertising and personal selling. AMA, American Marketing Association, defined sales promotion as those marketing activities other than personal selling, advertising, and publicity that simulate consumer purchasing and dealer effectiveness, such as displays, shows, and demonstrations, expositions, and various non-current selling efforts, not in the ordinary routine, right? We do it like especially we are doing it. It is not in a routine way. If we are doing it in routine means it is like an advertising, right? But sometimes we may offer some exhibitions, like sometimes we may offer like ride your bike or ride your car, drive your car. So such kind of things if you are doing, so these are all coming under sales promotion. What are the objectives of sales promotion? As we have been discussing, is to increase sales volume, right? So obvious objective of sales promotion is to increase the sales volume, and also the objectives are to increase the use by present customers. We are not trying to acquire their customers, right? Increase the sales by using the present customers. To introduce new product, right? When we introduce the new product, we have to offer such kind of sales promotions, or maybe to attract new customers, to acquire the customers, or maybe to counter competitors' sales promotion device. They are doing something, we have to do also, right? So to counter the competitors' promotional activity, or to assist salesman in selling. Salesman is not efficient, is unable to reach the targets. So what we can do is we will allow them, we will make him to do some sales promotional activities, so that he will also learn and he will get some sales, right? So that is also sometimes our objective, or sometimes to reduce our seasonal declines in various seasons. Actually our sales will decline. What we are trying to do is, by these sales promotions, for example, we are giving 1+1 offer, right? The cool drinks we manufactured a lot, and because of this corona nowadays, they are not able to sell the cool drinks. So maybe the corona will end in June, and a lot of cool drinks which were already manufactured are there. So what they can do is, maybe they will go for this sales promotion by offering, right, maybe 1+1 or maybe 3+1, such kind of sales promotional activities they have to do. So while doing the sales promotion, few things are to be considered, especially when we are doing in the foreign markets. What are the things that we should consider? Objectives of the exporter, right? Why actually the manufacturer is exporting, and what is the nature of product or services offered, whether it is durable or non-durable, right? Such kind of nature. And financial resources, what is the value of this product and how it will change, how it the price varies, and everything. The financial and how much amount we can spend for the sales promotions is also important. And media availability, if you want to do various sales promotion, the media is also required, so the media is available or not, that is also important. And environmental constraints, like various cultural factors, especially in international marketing, the cultures are heterogeneous in nature, so we are dealing with many number of cultures, so we have to be very careful while dealing with these cultural environments and legal environments also. In all the countries we cannot go with the same sales promotional strategy, right? Because the legal aspects are different from country to country, so we have to be careful in these legal terms also. And we have to be very careful in competitors promotional strategies also. So sometimes it may give a reversal result also, right? Because the competitor is offering a product at 10 rupees, and we are offering it 11 rupees, and we have promoted it a lot. What we will do is, the same product with the same quality is available for 10 rupees, and we are promoting it like the product is available for 11 rupees, so it will be a failure. That is why we have to be very careful about these competitors promotional strategies also. What they are doing, we have to observe it all the time. And another promotional strategy is personal selling. Personal selling is face-to-face communication, right? With this face-to-face communication, or maybe a person-to-person communication, we are actually trying to persuade the prospective customers to buy something, maybe a product or maybe a service, or sometimes an idea or whatever. This is contrast to the mass or impersonal communication of advertising, right? Advertising is mass communication, personal selling is person-to-person communication or one-to-one communication. And advertising is impersonal, you are not contacting the person directly, but here personal selling is direct communication, right? And even sales promotion is also sometimes, like it may be impersonal also, and wherever whatever, right? So the personal selling is personal in nature, and it is one-to-one communication. Personal selling has contributed to export the success of some Indian products also. For example, one of the most important factors which contributed to the sales success of Super Max shaving blades in London was door-to-door sales. So in London actually it worked for Super Max shaving blades. So that is why we have to consider all the factors in various countries where it works out, and where actually what kind of promotional strategy works out in particular market. And that is why all the promotional strategies are very important, and each promotional strategy may be appropriate at a particular market, right? We have to find which promotional strategy is appropriate in which market, and we have to implement the same strategy in the particular market, right? So that is about promotional strategies in international marketing. I hope everything is clear. If not, you can ask me personally by WhatsApp, or you may comment here. Thank you.